So there is a occupation and there is a war in the world, unfortunately, right now. This world can affect and will affect the global economy in various ways. So I think the people who are already rich will be even richer at this point, and the people who are not rich, who are poor, will be even less poor, unfortunately. But what can you do in order to protect yourself from a declining economy for poor people? What can you do to preserve your wealth? And what can you do so this transaction, this war, and this pretty bad and bloody event happening in the world, what can you do so you can protect yourself and your loved ones? So, at first, you can buy things which will not be depreciating in the future. So, I can and I will tell you this, you can buy silver and gold in order to protect yourself from risks, because silver and gold are pretty much the most used currency in the history of humankind. There isn't a third subject that is used as much as gold and silver, and they are very prominent for economy and they are very prominent for humankind because, let's face it, we have used them for a very long time. So people, when they sense that there can be no tomorrow, or when they sense they can no longer trust the other currencies like foreign exchange, people go and buy gold and silver, and they are right to do that. So it's a pretty bad thing. A war is happening in the world, and I hope the world can save this. The world can save children from dying. The world can save moms, dads, brothers, sisters from dying, and it's very, very bad event for humankind. You should always be protecting yourself in these kind of events. It's very important. It's very important to protect yourself and your loved ones in these kind of events. And you can protect them and protect yourself by preserving your wealth, because let's face it, the world is facing a money transaction for at least 10 years, because when inflation surges, people will lose money, some people, and some people will earn money. Some There will be new self-made millionaires and even billionaires, pentabillionaires, pentamillionaires. So people will actually get rich in those occasions if they are well prepared for these subjects. It's a very bad event, but unfortunately, you cannot escape from reality. You cannot deny it and say that didn't happen. It doesn't make it go away because it's happening. And it's pretty sad actually. I'm sad. I wish there wasn't any kind of war in the world. And you can sell and buy things, and by doing that, you are actually providing people with some kind of service, and this will benefit you either, because in the time of hardship people will need things more more than they needed when there was peace. So like when the pandemic hit the humans, they actually needed masks, and by actually providing people masks, some people helped a lot of human. And you can do this. You can buy and sell things to Ukrainian people, and you can buy and sell things to the neighbors of the Ukraine, and you can help people at this war. So it's pretty bad, but it's happening in the West. It's best to be well prepared for that. So another topic I want to address is the gold and silver prices. The gold and silver prices, the gold almost hit the 2000 level, and before it could hit to 1000 level, it has dropped to 1880. I think it's around 1880 right now, and silver prices were near $26 an ounce, and they didn't drop either. So I think this is a well chance to buy and hold gold and silver, because in the time which people cannot see the future, which cannot predict the future, they will just buy gold. And by buying gold, people actually get it on their homes, on their pockets, and on their safes, and getting out of the system. That makes the gold scarce in the system and the other currencies abundant in the system. So if there's something abundant in the system, the prices will drop. And if there's something that is scarce in the system, the prices will actually rise. So you should actually be doing this transaction because you have to protect yourself. And you shouldn't do this on selfish reasons, but you have to protect yourself, because the tomorrow isn't actually clear. Because it's not clear, you should protect yourself from unclarity. That's very important for you to do. I want you to do that. I want you to protect yourself from unclarity. So another subject I want to address is the stock market. I think the stock market, the trend is down, but there are some levels which they will have a spike, and that spike are actually an opportunity to sell those stocks, because I think trend is down. Trend is going down, and by not selling those stocks when they hit up, you are risking a lot of things, because by inflation and by newly printed monies, people that buy dollars, stocks, and bonds, so they were actually worth way more than their actual worth. And by having a stagflated environment, the prices will drop eventually. Why they will drop? Because there will be an inflation, but people will not be able to buy. And if they are not able to buy, the sellers, the providers, will have to lower the prices. By them lowering the prices, you can actually buy for a cheaper price. And many people disagree with this, but I don't think it's a logical thing to buy homes when there can be war, because your home could be destroyed at war. But by holding some kind of physical currency like gold and silver, especially gold is easier to do, by holding gold, you can protect yourself, and your region could have a war, your region could have a conflict with other parts of this war. So you can travel to safe places by having a currency in your pocket. And myself, I myself do have gold in a physical shape, which I can use if there's any necessary environment, because I'm not able to see the future, and I put my faith and I put my knowledge into this, because the world is having a hard time right now. The world is having a struggle right now, and I hope the world will prevail. I really hope the world will prevail, but if it doesn't, and you should be prepared. And the best way is what I told you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice week. Goodbye.